Welcome to the Hotelligence Podcast, your strategic vantage point on the changing landscape of hotel safety. Hosted by Jim Kortz, a retired FBI DHS investigator, and Don Carr, a former frontline security owner-operator with years of first-hand incident response experience on hotel properties. Every episode brings you closer to understanding the full picture and what the future may hold. Let's begin.
Welcome to the Hotelligence Podcast. This is Season 2, Episode 3.
So Don, so far in this season, we've talked about structure and use and why adding response often increases risk.
And today, we're looking at something closely related, visibility.
So let's first talk about why visibility feels reassuring, because visibility feels like control.
Seeing more feels safer than not seeing.
And dashboards feel grounding.
Right, cameras feel preventative.
But visibility is not the same as control.
So what visibility actually does is it increases awareness.
And awareness increases expectation.
And expectation, well, that invites response.
Yeah, and that response creates an obligation.
And there we go with the old liability ladder once again, because none of that requires a decision. It happens naturally once information is made visible. And that's why visibility is never neutral.
Yep, well said, Don. So that brings us to hotels and the visibility trap. So hotels are especially vulnerable to this.
They are indeed. It's because visibility is often mistaken for preparedness.
Well said, Don. So that brings us to hotels and the visibility trap. And hotels are especially vulnerable to this.
Because visibility is often mistaken for preparedness.
Yeah, and when something is visible, people assume it's being watched.
And if it's being watched, they assume it's being managed.
But that assumption quietly shifts responsibility.
Right, because more seeing, less deciding. Because that visibility often crowds out judgment.
But not intentionally.
But attention gets pulled toward what's visible.
And away from what's contextual.
So when everything is visible, nothing is prioritized. Systems start reacting to what appears most urgent, not what actually matters.
So structure without spectacle. Structure doesn't require everything to be seen.
It requires information to be placed appropriately.
And some information needs to be preserved quietly.
Right, not surfaced.
Not monitored.
Just held.
So different markets have different visibility needs. So some hotels rely heavily on visibility.
Right, and others intentionally limit it.
Market realities matter here.
And risk tolerance also matters.
Operational posture matters.
So visibility should follow role, not redefine it. Because when visibility starts dictating behavior, structure erodes. And that's when exposure grows.
So in closing, seeing more doesn't automatically mean controlling more.
And controlling more doesn't always mean operating responsibly.
In many hotel environments, discretion is stabilizing.
And structure works best when it limits what visibility demands.
That's Season 2, Episode 3 of the Hotelligence Podcast.
Next time, we'll talk about why consistency often matters more than intensity, especially when pressure is high. And remember, we're in this together.
And together, we make hospitality stronger.
We publish a short, written insider briefing alongside each episode. It goes out on Wednesdays when the episode drops. If that's useful, the link is in the show notes.
Thank you for joining the Hotelligence Podcast, where experience informs smarter, safer hotel operations and prepares you for what comes next. Stay informed, stay confident, and stay connected. As the conversation evolves, Jim Kortz and Don Carr will highlight developments that help hotels strengthen their approach to safety and risk management. See you next episode.